Alan, it is so nice to see you. Hot White Heist season 2. I mean, first there's this. The Traitors is taking over the world. I mean, it's got to be pretty good to be Alan Cumming these days, but also pretty busy. How are you doing?
It is pretty busy. It is pretty good, and I'm doing good actually. I'm enjoying myself, and I've just had a nice weekend of relaxation, so I feel ready for the next bout of madness.
That's good. Well, Hot White Heist, I loved it so much. Season 1. This season, you're producing it, and we are bringing. I mean, to give people context, season 1 was epic. I mean, Bowen Yang, so many other queer icons. This season, we have Joel Kim Booster coming in, Sada Ramirez coming in. This is an Audible original. Season 2, March 7th. 6 episodes are dropping. I mean, were you at all surprised at how much we all loved that first season? Because I'm so happy it's back for more.
I mean, yes and no. I always loved this. I mean, when Adam Goldman, who wrote it and has directed this season, brought it to me, a few years ago now. I think he's so great and so talented. He first of all, I knew him from when he did The Outs, that great web series, and everything he's ever done, I've just been fascinated by. And I think he's hilarious. Manages to get this really great sort of combination of hilarious, really provocative, quite dirty, and also kind of tender as well. He's able to do all those things in one. And so when I was just so excited that a platform like Audible took it on, because it's nice to think that such a wide platform, such a wide demographic, it has access to something this queer and hilarious. And so I wasn't surprised that, because I thought it was hilarious. I thought anyone who actually listened to it would find it hilarious. But of course, you never know. It's just like with the Traitors right now. I thought I was obsessed with it when we were making it. But of course, you don't always know that that's going to translate into people agreeing with you. And often I'm quite wrong about things I'm in, I have to say. Often things I think are terrible, everybody loves. I'm like, why? No, I think this season, it's exciting because Adam's sort of been allowed to go even more nuts and more clever and more witty and more queer. And I just think it's really great to have something that's got such great queer representation. It's kind of, queer greatest hits. It's like the night of 1,000 queers, this show. And to have it on such a big platform and coming back again, and also sort of playing with the whole sort of genre and form of podcast, because it's in this series, spoiler alert, there is a podcast, a kind of a serial type podcaster making a podcast series about the heist. So there's a little sort of meta quality to it as well.
Like a story within a story. And I love how you said it does celebrate all of these queer things. What does it mean for you to be, at this point in your career, to be a part of producing a project like Hot White Heist that does all of that? It's so LGBTQ inclusive, so many different identities. I think it's so wonderful to be in this moment, especially in the format of, an Audible original, a podcast. I love that we have this not only on television and film, but in this format as well.
For me, it's sort of, I just really like things like this. I actually really like stories that are clever and witty and about people that you don't normally hear about, and also laughing at ourselves. That's what's so great about Adam. He writes so sort of lovingly about queer people, but also absolutely takes the piss out of them at the same time. So for me, it's just something that I've been producing this project from the beginning, and hopefully will continue it on its whatever journey that it goes on to. And it's really just to work with really good people who are making really good product, if you will, really good material, and also to be able to sort of, call up friends and ask them to be in something and not think that they're doing you a favor. It's actually because it's a really good thing and they'll have a great fun doing it. It's a bit of a no-brainer, actually.
Have you thought about bridging the gap between these two worlds? Is there someone from Hot White Heist that you think would be a good contestant on The Traitors?
Oh, gosh. Well, quite a few, actually, thinking about it. I mean, I would love to see Jane Lynch on The Traitors.
Hey, she's Peacock family, yeah.
Yes, I'd love to see Ian McKellen on The Traitors. That'd be hilarious. Look, Katya, she'd be great. I mean, yeah, there's lots of. They're all so. Well, all these actors actually, all these characters are really great at sort of heightened performances, and have great wit, and are able to sort of, almost in a Brechtian way, stand outside of their performances and comment on them whilst they're still doing them. And I think that would be a great, in a way, that's why, I think the Traitors is really working, is that a lot of the people in it, myself included, understand how to do that. Like, they have sort of great skills of self-knowledge, and kind of can take the piss out of themselves at the same time as be in it. So yes, a lot of them would be very good. I mean, I'm just crazy right now because they're casting, and everybody's asking me how to be in it, and I have these ideas, and then everybody, I just think I hope it's going to become one of those things where everybody really one of these shows where everybody wants to be on, and not just people from the reality shows, but also the sort of randoms that we've had, like Deontay and John Berko and all these people. I think it's actually a really great, the idea that all these people can find a home together and battle it out would be such a hoot.
Yeah, and what with Hot White Heist, you said it, it's so inclusive, and I know you have said for season 3 of the Traitors that you really want that to kind of be the thing, more LGBTQ representation. We obviously were bummed that Peppermint didn't make it longer in this past season. Do you get the sense that we're gonna have some more LGBTQ people for the new season of the Traitors, hopefully following the same vein as Hot White Heist?
I do, because I've made that, even when we were shooting, I said we're not very good at we've got lots of diversity in other ways, but not in terms of queerness. And and they were like, gosh, yes, you're absolutely right. And so I've been suggesting people, and I'm hoping that they will have a more, just a few more people would be nice. Just it's been like one or sort of a couple at most, and also it's the queerest show, so I mean we should embrace it.
That's right. Now with Hot White Heist, the new season, all 6 episodes are going to drop on March 7th. How would you, for anyone that maybe is hearing about this for the first time, they didn't, listen to season 1, what would you tell them to get them to, to watch season 2? How would you describe what happens? Because it is kind of, it picks up, but there's things that have happened.
Well, I mean, you do get a little sort of, catch-up thing at the beginning, but it's a podcast series, a comedy podcast series, which is about a bunch of people who have done this major bank heist in the first season, but it's a sperm bank heist, and an organization called Clito, which is who are the people who organized the heist, are they've got this new island of New Lesbos, and so that's what happened. That's how the first one ended. It all worked out well. The sperm was delivered to the Russians, and the lesbians got a new island. So now a couple of years have gone by, but people are beginning to wonder how this happened, and some people have been sniffing around. So this podcast is about them dealing with the fact that a investigative podcast like Serial, is doing a podcast on them and how they can keep that out of the public eye, and how they can also retain the island and retain all the gains that are made in the first season. And there's lots and lots of sperm jokes as well.
I was going to say, all of those words that you just said, I mean, it sounds highly entertaining. I'm in. I can't wait to listen to it. Alan, thank you so much again for the time. And just a reminder, everyone, you can check out the new season of Hot White Heist on Audible starting March 7th. All 6 episodes are going to drop. And then, of course, stay tuned for more of the Traitors. It's still happening. And then we'll see what happens with season 3.